All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the April 22nd edition of Late Night Sauce. I'm here with my co-host Noah. It's been a couple months since we got back on the air, but we're getting back into the season of podcasts, and it's been a boring couple months here on Monday nights here at the Safehouse as far as late nights here with us. But we still have our cocktail. We're still drinking Kettle One vodka, and if you're listening out there, we are still waiting for that sponsorship. And we did make a little bit of progress over the last couple months as far as content. Unfortunately, because we didn't write anything down, I forgot a lot of good points. We lost a lot of good ideas. A lot of our ideas do happen when we are drinking, so that's why we decided to start this podcast to get the good ideas out there. But, tonight, it was kind of a weird weekend this weekend, so what I really wanted to talk about tonight is, it's not that it's bothering me, but it's been something that's been lingering for a little while, and I feel like it's progressively getting worse, and it's the cougar scene here in East Greenwich. We're doing the cougar scene. We're going to do the cougar scene.
Okay.
I'm not going to talk about it all night, but I feel like it needs to be mentioned, and, I just feel like the cougar scene has changed quite a bit after COVID, and, my question is, like, why has it changed so much into a negative direction rather than a positive direction? I remember years ago when I was a young buck and enjoying the Cougars. It was a different world, The cell phones weren't around, the drinks were cheaper, everybody had fun, and they weren't even labeled Cougars back then. They were Cougars, but they weren't even labeled Cougars back then. They were just like the older ladies, and I just remember that it's just always a good time and laughing and dancing and drinking, and you struck out, but you struck out gracefully. The girls were, or the ladies I should say, were very they were appreciative of the drinks, they were appreciative of the conversation, the good time, but you struck out, you moved on, but you know what, you saw them out again, and you were cordial, you left amicably. Is that the word I want to use?
Yeah, that is.
Did I say it right? Did I say it right?
Yeah, you said it right.
But now I just feel like the Cougars, I don't know what's going on out there. Are they getting crankier? Is social media hurting them? Is it helping them? I don't know. But I'm just curious, like, what happened in the world where, like, ladies are being rude to, bartenders for no reason. We used to be friends because I would help you, possibly find a nice fellow to converse with and have a few drinks, and, if some weird sex happened later on, that was on you guys, I mean? I didn't enforce it. I didn't promote it, but it could happen,
It could.
So I'm just curious. Any input from that you've seen? I know you're not really around the cougar scene as long as I've been, but,
I have not.
But being behind the bar, we do see a lot of things. And for those who don't know about the cougar scene, I think it's...
I can't.
I feel like a lot of people not everybody knows what a cougar is, you know what I mean? But I feel like I don't even think they're cougars anymore. I think they're almost like, I think cougar is like 40 and over.
Okay.
And does it go jaguar after that?
I don't know.
In the 50s, the late 50s, I believe they're jaguars, and if they're under 40 and you're in your 30s, I believe they're pumas.
Pumas.
I mean, I don't know how official this is. You can look it up on Urban Dictionary or Google or Wikipedia. You can look it up. I mean, it's unofficial, the age brackets I gave. I think we might have came up with these age brackets at a bar one night we were drinking. I'm not sure, but
I'll tell you what it is right now, based on Urban Dictionary.
Urban Dictionary. They don't lie. Urban Dictionary.
If you were wondering how to find it yourselves, you can Urban Dictionary. It's called the Feline Scale.
The Feline Scale.
The Feline Scale.
That is amazing.
Right?
That is amazing. The feline. I never came up with that.
Yeah. So ages 18 to 21. That's gonna be a wildcat.
18 to 21 is a wildcat.
Wildcat.
I actually know a few of those. Unfortunately, I'm not proud. I try to guide them, and they don't listen.
22 to 29 is a lynx.
Lynx. Wow.
Lynx type of cat.
That is
feline.
Okay.
Feline scale.
Okay.
30 to 39 is gonna be a puma.
I was right on the puma. I knew it.
You're right on the puma.
So I wasn't hallucinating. I did see this somewhere. Okay.
Oh, there's more. 40 to 49, that's gonna be your cougars.
Okay.
Right. 50 to 59, you got jaguars.
I was right in the jaguars. Nice.
60 to 68 is gonna be a panther.
I thought panthers are only allowed to be African American.
Yeah,
It was in the movie Couples Retreat.
was it? I don't know.
I've been called a cougar, a black panther, all sorts of things on this island. I mean, whatever. That's fine. I mean, white panthers are fine too, I guess. But, okay. It goes higher after panther.
Oh, it goes all the way, buddy. Specifically for age 69, it's gonna be a pussycat.
Okay.
I
don't understand that, but I'm not. I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to, but
70 to 79, it's gonna be the cheetah.
Really? That old?
I mean, maybe it's based on a cheetah's land speed. I mean, do they get up to like 70, 79 miles per hour?
I thought the cheetahs were the fastest animals on the planet.
That's what I mean. So like maybe
like it's faster to get them into bed.
Perhaps.
Faster to get them drunk. Or I don't know.
I think it. It tracks. It tracks.
We do have a couple of cheetahs that come in this establishment that are very nice ladies, actually. Very nice ladies. But I honestly think lately
it keeps going. Just so you know,
it keeps going.
Yeah, I'm telling, dude.
This is 79.
Yeah, well, 80 to 89. That's gonna be a leopard.
I kind of feel like you're gonna let it go after 80. Hey, you lived a full life. Let them have fun. And you don't have a lot of time left on this planet. Enjoy yourself. That's my philosophy.
If you're 90 to 99, you're gonna be a tiger. Just in case you were wondering.
And who was the last great tiger we knew?
Woods.
Betty White. Woods. Who's Woods?
Tiger Woods.
I was thinking Betty White, but okay, we can go with Tiger Woods if you want. But.
And then if you're over 100, it's the last one on the scale. You are gonna be a lion, buddy.
That's amazing. I never would think to categorize anyone after 65, 70.
Yeah, there's a couple different.
You think there's a big community like in Florida that has like the lions and the
I think so.
And the tigers and the
bears. Oh my.
You think so? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Like South Beach maybe or
I can see that.
West Coast maybe on Naples side.
Something like that.
Keys. All right, the Keys definitely have a Lions Club.
You got it.
So you think all those Lions clubs are really like swingers clubs for old people?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I think so.
That's amazing. But yeah, so lately I just feel like, there's a lot of like, I don't know if it's tension. I don't know if it's just legitimate, just people just not nice anymore. I don't know. I like to think there's some good people out there in the world that know how to like be nice to other people. But like lately I see, and don't get me wrong, I'm not going to say the men out there are saints. I'm sure they may have caused some bitterness for these Cougars. And I just feel like, I don't know, did Tinder ruin it for the Cougars?
It might have. It might have.
I feel like, like even when they order drinks, they're just angry. Are they angry because nobody's buying them the drinks?
What are they angry about?
I don't know. I'm afraid to ask sometimes.
It can't be the drinks. I mean, like, the drinks.
I'm asking them what do they want to drink, and they get mad at me when I ask them what they want.
Yeah.
It's crazy, but I feel like that everything's in full circle here. Whether it's
mind reading's not part of the job,
Right, and I don't want to mind read because if I could read minds, I feel like I'd be a very dangerous man in this world and do a lot of bad things. I really do. I feel like it'd be like an evil. I feel like it'd be an evil superpower for me. I could read minds. I know they're thinking, and I can just like mess with them, like even harder, like mess with their minds, kind of a thing. So I feel like I would take that superpower and turn it into evil. I don't want to be an evil person. That's not my style.
Yeah.
I don't enjoy that kind of thing. But for the Cougars out there that are listening, I'm not saying we don't like you. We're just saying we want you to be nicer. That's all we're saying. And if there's a problem out there with, the gentlemen callers that are not acting accordingly, let us know. We'll help you out. We'll kick these guys out, or we'll set you up with some nice fellows. I mean, unfortunately, I feel like the one of the things that's hurting the bar scene is the social interaction. I mean, I'm seeing it. I just remember in the old days, like you'd be a couple guys in the corner of the bar, they see a couple girls, you send over some drinks, you have some conversation. If it worked out, it worked out. If it didn't, it didn't, and that was it, But now it's, the interaction, it's strange, some of the stuff that comes out of their mouths, and even the stuff that's not coming out of their mouths, just the facial expressions you see and the mannerisms, it's awkward to watch sometimes. So I'm just curious if there's something going on there that I don't know about. But,
feel free to let us know.
Let us know. I mean,
if you know, let us know.
If there's something we can do to help, we'll try to help. I mean, we're not miracle workers or, we're not looking to save souls. But, we're just looking to give people a good time. That's what we do here at the Safehouse. And we're trying to, make it the kind of place that you want to come back every week, So I feel like that's one of the beginning. I feel like it's the beginning of spring. That kind of it kind of catapults the mood changes on people too. So maybe with the good weather coming out, and maybe the attitudes might change, and the Cougars might be in better moods. But
the sunshine sometimes brings the best out of people.
I think so. So, and then we're gonna shift gears here, and we're looking forward. What do we have coming up? We have the '90s pub crawl.
Oh yeah, that's this Sunday.
That's this Sunday, April 28th. It starts out at Bezos, correct?
Bezos for brunch.
Bezos for brunch. Go over to Kai Bar.
Then
Safehouse upstairs at the Trap, and we have DJ Face spinning '90s tunes, and coming in your '90s gear. I believe we're doing the Space Jam 1996 theme here at the Safehouse and Trap. Unfortunately, I was unable to get the jersey that I wanted. Apparently, a XX in Thailand is not the same as a XX in America. So.
I could have told you that.
Well, I didn't say it was coming from Thailand when I ordered it, and then I got it in the mail, and I could squeeze into it if I wanted to, but I'm not exactly a man that's in good shape right now. I want to be comfortable when I bartend, so. But we're gonna look good. We're gonna have a good time. Last year was a good time. The year before, the first year was actually an amazing time. I feel like we're raising money for the
Handsome Dan's Dog Rescue.
Handsome Dan's Dog Rescue, and Tito's is a sponsor.
Yeah, they I believe they usually match our donation.
They match our donation. So it's gonna be a good time. It's a good cause. And then we have Kentucky Derby Day and Cinco de Mayo back-to-back days.
My Lord.
May 4th and 5th here at the Safehouse and Trap. It is gonna be bigger than New Year's Eve, I think, that weekend. I really think people are not going to know what to do. It's going to be like, we're waking up and it's like Cinco de Mayo.
What days is that? Is that Saturday and Sunday?
Saturday is the Derby, Sunday is Cinco de Mayo.
My Lord.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be amazing. And you know what? I think it's a great way to start off the month of May. And, I'm going to try to, hopefully, I believe Trap North, they're still auditioning mariachi bands. Ali is in charge, so if you guys are out there, mariachi bands looking for a gig, I believe Ali at themartucciGroup.com is the email. I want to say it's a 6-hour gig. Are they paying $1,000 there? I think it's $1,000 for a 6-hour gig. I don't know the specifics. It might be $800 and a $200 bar tab. It could be, less. It could be more. You got to talk to Ali, and she is taking live auditions only. No CDs, no videos sent through email or YouTube videos. You have to show up in person and perform. And once again, her name is Ali. And she is definitely taking the audition seriously, so I suggest you bring your A game, people. I don't know. I wish we had a mariachi band here, but we don't have the space, unfortunately. We don't have the space, but we have a mariachi crowd that would enjoy it, I think.
Do we really?
I think so.
Would you qualify our crowd as mariachi light
on
lovers?
Cinco de Mayo only. I'm not saying bring them in June. I'm not saying bring them in Christmas time. But Cinco de Mayo, I think so. We had people upset on St. Patty's Day that we didn't have an Irish band. We had live music, but it wasn't Irish music. And I go, well, we didn't promote Irish music, so I don't understand why you're upset. But they were. So I think. How
many Irish bands are around here?
I don't know. There's got to be.
I've never gone to a place and heard an Irish band around here.
Have you ever gone out on St. Patty's Day before?
Yeah.
A place that like an Irish bar?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know. Last time I had a St. Patrick's Day off, I think it had to be like 2002. Was the last time I had.
It's been some time.
Yeah. But anyway, we're gonna hopefully enjoy our festive weekend coming up. It's gonna be some good buzz going around here in the Warwick East Greenwich area. Also, we have Chris Quinn is back at the Trap.
East Greenwich.
Trap East Greenwich. Chris Quinn is back. Maybe we'll get him back on the podcast for one of our first guests and loyal followers. And once again, we ask you to follow us on Instagram at Tap That Glass Tonight. We have our Late Night Sauce podcast, which you're listening to now, and we also have the Tap That Glass Tonight TikTok, where I'm trying to do my best posting some videos, doing some new drinks. I've been doing a lot of food stuff lately here from the Safe House. I'm getting a lot of good views with it, but we're hoping with the summer months coming up, I'll get some new funky drinks, some new funky food. Keep the buzz going, and we're hoping to keep this podcast going to video. Hopefully, we're looking forward to maybe mid-May I don't know if that's accurate. Noah, we're gonna try mid-May. I'm thinking.
I mean, I feel like the recording the podcast is the easy part. It's just putting together like all the stuff and then getting it posted properly. I feel like that's the part that's gonna, so really need some time.
We're not exactly the best tech guys, but we're the talent and the personality, which is what you guys are listening to. Because, basically, without the personality and the talent, this is just masturbation. Pretty much. Pretty much.
Just about.
So, but we're looking forward. I'm looking forward to a good summer here. I don't know what to expect. I mean, we got a lot of new competition in the area, and we got this inflation thing's hurting people a lot too. But the good news is we're not. We're in a position where we're not raising prices in panic mode, and we're trying to keep the place fun. And we got live music Wednesday, Thursday nights. And Friday nights. Saturday we had DJ Face, our resident DJ. And, we're hoping to get some, I think, Fridays here at the Safehouse are going well. I'm playing around with something for Saturday nights for late night lounging here at the Safehouse. I really wish I could have gotten the deep fried peanut butter jelly sandwiches going well. I think I needed a little more experimenting. We didn't put enough effort into it.
Oh, it's tough with the deep fried peanut butter and jelly sandwiches though, because they got a nut allergy. Then
well, we don't give it to them. That's the thing. If you have a nut allergy, we're not going to give you peanuts. That's not what we want to do. Then I tried doing like the deep fried cheesecake bites.
Yeah.
And I did some research on it, and I think it's going to be one of those trial and error things. So I don't know what to do with that. But I was kind of hoping to find something to kind of get that dessert vibe going. I really want to pump out some new espresso martinis here. Tonight, I was able to play around with a banana bread espresso martini. My customers loved it, allegedly. And I told them to be honest. I'm not one of those bartenders that needs to hear good things every time. If something sucks, tell me it sucks and let me improve on it. Because without you improving on it, it's worthless. You know what I mean?
It's true.
It's definitely worthless. I definitely want to hear the truth from my customers. I lost my soul a long time ago. I'm not sensitive. My main thing is if you don't like something, let me know. Let me know what I can do to fix it, because I just don't want to hear complaints. So, that banana bread espresso martini went pretty well, I thought. And maybe I can fine-tune it a little bit. But I'm hoping to come up with a couple of new flavors that no one else is doing as well. I got a ton of followers on Instagram and TikTok that keep sending me great videos. Unfortunately, I don't like stealing from other people because that's just not cool. I know we all borrow from one another and do variations of drinks, but I don't think it's especially on TikTok. I don't want to reproduce videos that are already made. That's kind of lame.
Listen, we're not here to follow the trends.
We set trends, and that's what we do. And unfortunately, I feel like all the trends we set are so far gone that they're being reset again by other people. That's what I firmly think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just I remember bringing the espresso martini to East Greenwich back in 1999 with my good friend Melissa Canale. We were bartending together. We're at Raphael's in downtown Providence, having a drink, and we seen bartenders doing espresso martinis. This is before Cafe Toscana, Main Street Coffee, whatever it was called. This is before the Trap and Safe House were the Trap and Safe House. This is before even Fresco was on Main Street. There was no Bezos. There was nothing going around. And we came up and we brought it from downtown to East Greenwich, and it just blew up. Now, mind you, at the time, it was the new drink that was the big craze, and it's a classic now. It's never going to go out of style. Espresso martinis is probably one of the greatest cocktails to ever hit the population to make,
Oh, yeah?
I mean, I feel like it's universal now. It's almost like the new vodka soda, if you think about it. Everybody has variations of it, but, I just remember bringing that here, and I'm not saying we set the trend, but we brought it to East Greenwich, and not a lot of people will acknowledge that or recognize that. But I remember doing it, and for a while it took us a lot of trial and error to fine tune it. But honestly, I'll put our espresso martinis at the Safe House up against anybody else in the state. I don't care what anybody says. I think first of all we use great espresso. And Lavazza is one of the best around, and we go through it like ice water in this place. That's probably number 3 seller, I think.
Oh yeah, we blow through espresso.
You got Tito's sodas, you got Work Wires, and espresso martinis. That's our top 3 cocktails.
There you go.
But so we're hoping to go through a different trend as well. We got some we got some bourbon drinks. I'd like to come up with a couple of good bourbon drinks for the summer. that are like the kind you can drink. Now I'm not talking the sipping kind. I'm talking like, we got the patio opening up. It's a hot summer day. I don't want to drink vodka sodas. I don't want to drink beer. Let's get some bourbon going. But something refreshing. I don't want to go mint julep style. I know that's kind of rich. Mint juleps are kind of rich. But I'm hoping to do something with some blackberries and something. But I know blackberries is more of a fall type flavor. But
it is. You're right.
I feel like we can turn it into a summer flavor as well. Why can't blackberries be year round? I don't know.
I mean, I feel like they only grow seasonally.
But they don't, because I saw blackberries in the market today.
Yeah, well, that doesn't mean they grew them here.
Well, we're not saying we're growing our own fruit.
I'm just saying. I mean, like, just because we have them doesn't mean it's seasonally appropriate.
Well, strawberries are year round.
I guess.
Raspberries are year round. Why can't blackberries be year round?
They don't have the same taste.
I think pumpkin is the only one that isn't year round as far as actual pumpkins.
Well, what about pineapple?
Pineapple's gonna be year round. I don't know. I mean, we're getting it from Hawaii, aren't we? California?
I'm not 100% sure where we get our pineapples from. I'm gonna be honest.
Anyway, I really think blackberries could be the new fruit of the fall, of the summer. I'm just saying.
You want to put it in fall, man. I don't know.
I'm telling you. I made that blackberry maple smash mule with the Knob Creek maple with a little bit of blackberry and ginger beer, and people going nuts over it. And the thing is, you don't need a lot of it neither. You just put a little bit of the maple bourbon in that and kind of cut it with regular Knob Creek. People can suck 2 or 3 of those down, no problem, having a good time,
Yeah.
So I kind of feel like, that's the kind of route you want to go through with the summer. I mean, it's tough because you start drinking in the summertime and it's like 90 degrees outside and you're sucking down straight bourbon. It's not going to be pretty at the end of the night. But if you cut it with a little fruit or something, I mean, obviously tequila time is tequila time. Everybody's going to drink margaritas in the summer.
Oh, yeah.
So I know I got a couple ideas for some new margaritas I'm hoping to do. But, keep checking out our TikTok and check out our Instagram page for some new cocktails. And, hopefully if the right ones stick, it could be permanent here. And if they don't, if it doesn't work, we're not going to keep trying it. We're going to like to set up, these cocktails for success, not really failure, And, why waste time? So that's the main thing. I know the girls, summertime, love the frozen drinks. I guess Trap's going to have the outside bar's going to have frozen drink machine this year.
Probably. I don't know. They did it last year.
Yeah, last year was not a great summer for that bar outside. For some reason, it was a little lax.
Well, the weekends were always shitty.
It was crappy weekends and just,
And during the week was like 6 million degrees.
Yeah, so they gotta figure it out what we can do to kind of make that better. And they got something in the works. We're not sure what, but I think if they can come up with like a solid couple of frozen drinks, that nice exclusive that no one else is doing. I feel like everybody's doing the same thing. We just need to do something different and do it way better than everyone else. And I feel like there's a lot of room for improvement and a lot of room for ideas compared to, years past. I think the whole TikTok and what's the other thing out there? Pinterest. Everybody puts that stuff on Pinterest, and it's basically almost like cooking if you think about it. You just change the recipe up, and it's a trial error thing. But you know what? It's not that hard to put out. If we can get like 3 solid good new drinks for the summer just to pump out, get some business in here, and get some buzz going. And you know what? Maybe one of these days we'll be drinking those drinks on the podcast instead of kettle and soda. But I'm 99.9% sure we're sticking with kettle sodas because we do love Kettle One.
Like you know what my idea was for the outside bar?
What are you thinking?
Well, I mean, it's always like it's always hot out there.
Yeah.
I was thinking we put them on the ceiling. We get like those misters you have in the produce section, and set it on a timer.
I've been saying that for years. I've been saying that for years.
Like 10, 15 minutes.
That's not hard to do. I bet you it's not hard to do. Neither.
Probably not. I mean,
I think the wiring
across the country.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they can have it there. Why can't we have it here? They think they're better than us?
They do.
They do.
They do.
They do.
They got better air conditioning than us too.
Probably. But you get like a mister going off every such and such amount of time. I feel like that'd be lovely during the summer. You gotta get the fans.
I feel like a lot of people really didn't complain about the heat that much as far as being outdoors and drinking. I just felt like it was like I feel like last summer was the beginning of the real inflation hitting, and I feel like it was the beginning of people's mindset wasn't about having fun. It was about surviving or weathering this storm of commerce and money and inflation and work and everything else. I mean, rents went up, utilities went up, everything went up, and I felt like it took away from the bar business a little bit. People were still going out, but they were actually going out because they were angry and they wanted to drink rather than go out to have a good time and not think about problems. And I'm not saying, hey, everybody needs to come out and it's like party central. I'm just saying that, at the end of the day, you definitely have to worry about the future and, how you're going to pay your bills and how you're going to live. But if you are going to go out, you're going to make the best of it. I feel like the trap this year, we could definitely get things going in the right direction. So, and I feel like the Safehouse down here, the food is definitely going to be a big factor for us this summer. I think, we're trying to go nice steak route this year. And I think everybody loves to eat steak in the summer. I know I love to eat steak in the summer. I don't know about you, Noah.
I'm kind of like a steak all season kind of guy.
I am too, but I feel like in the summertime I want to eat it more. Like I love being outside eating steak. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't know about eating a steak outside. It feels weird to me.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying
I feel like I'm more of a steak indoors kind of person.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with having a steak indoors. I'm just saying we eat steak outside in the summertime, especially with our patio. You got the fireplace going, you got the TV going, you start watching some baseball, you got a nice tomahawk steak in front of you. And you got some wine, and it's like, hey, let's have a night. You know what I mean? You get the right people with you. I don't know. I feel like summertime it's such a short season, and you blink and it's over. And I feel like people need to take full advantage of it while they can. And I do love the fall even better than the summer.
It's my favorite season. Right?
I love the fall. But, we're thinking the next 4 months ahead of us. May, June, July, August, we're going to have some good times in here. And that's the main thing. And this podcast here, I'm 90% sure that we're going to get some serious guests in here that's going to make people want to tune in every week, even more than they already do. So, one of the things I wanted to ask, is, what do you think is happening? I personally, not that I feel like bringing this up, this isn't considered political, I guess. But, this whole P. Diddy situation here.
What about it?
What would happen if you run into this guy and he's like, I want you to bartend my private party at my house. And all of a sudden, you're ready to set up the bar. You got the Ketel One vodka going. And obviously, Puffy's going to be like, I don't want Ketel One vodka. Get rid of this. And what does he have? Is he Ciroc? What does he have for vodka? He used to be Ciroc.
I'm not sure, though.
Anyway, he puts his own vodka in there. And,
whatever.
And all of a sudden, you start realizing it's a sex trafficking party. Do you stay and finish the shift, or do you leave? Me personally, I would leave. I don't want to be associated with that stuff.
Yeah.
But he just cut you a check.
How much is the check for?
Well, that's what I'm asking. You don't know it's a sex trafficking party.
Well, obviously.
You don't know this. He's saying to you, I want you to bartend my private event. How much would it take? What is your price tag for you to work the event?
Well, I feel like the price tag is not that much if I don't know that it's gonna be a sex trafficking.
But you don't know how long you're gonna be there till neither. It's not like it's a 5-to-1 event. It could be one of those 24-hour gigs, and those guys know how to party, from what I hear.
Yeah.
So what's your price tag on something like that? It's a one-night thing. You're not getting tips from people. This is a party. It's not a wedding.
The alcohol's paid for.
You're there to make drinks, and I'm 90% sure you're gonna take some abuse from some intoxicated celebrities as well that are gonna,
as they do,
which is fine because you can I can be bought.
You
want to make me the butt of the joke in front of you people that I'm never gonna see ever again. They're not gonna remember who I am.
You pay me.
You know what I mean? Honestly, if P. Diddy wanted me for a party, I did not know there was sex trafficking involved. I'm going to go in cash up front, not paying me after the event.
Oh, yeah. It's got to be up front.
Or at least 50% up front.
Yeah.
I'm going to need about $50,000.
$50,000?
I go with $50,000. That's my price.
Jesus.
To wait on those guys, absolutely.
And you don't know that it's
and I do not know it's a sex trafficking party. Yes.
How much is it if you do know?
I don't think I would take the money. I'm definitely not a saint.
So you do it for free?
I want to do it for free. I'm just saying, I don't think I would go to the party. I just wouldn't. It's not my thing, man. I don't enjoy sex trafficking. That's not my thing. I feel like that's just the beginning of other bad things that are going to happen at this party.
Yeah?
mean, Cat Williams called it, man. He said it. He goes, I'm walking in the room. I did not know what I was walking into. I don't, I just feel like, $50K is my price. Minimum $50K is my price.
What makes the price go up?
Well, if it's on a boat, it's $100,000 if it's on a yacht. And I better have my own life jacket. And it can't be in the sea. Like, you're on the boat, but it's docked.
It's docked, what I mean? Or it's really close to the dock.
Yeah, like we're not getting on the boat. It's not sailing away.
You're in a pond. You're surrounded by land. Like, we're in the middle of the fucking.
Yeah, we're not sailing away. If we're sailing away, I need keys to the helicopter and learn how to ride a helicopter, or drive it or fly, whatever you call it.
Yeah, I believe you would fly it.
You would fly a helicopter. Yeah, I didn't know how to do it. The keys to it and a life jacket.
What if there was a jet ski?
Well, I almost died on a jet ski back in St. John's back in 2011.
Why was that?
Well, we signed up. We're at my wife's cousin's destination wedding in St. John's.
Okay.
And it's at the Westin Hotel. Beautiful, beautiful resort. We didn't stay there, but that's where the wedding was. But that's where we met. That's where the nice beach was and everything. And, I never went jet skiing before. And they had the sign, jet skiing. So I wasn't married at the time. Me and my girlfriend were just dating at the time. And she's my wife. She's my wife now, but we were just dating at the time. We were living together, but... And I said, I want to go jet skiing, but I didn't know what I signed up for. So it was my brother-in-law, my sister-in-law, her cousin and his cousin's wife, some other random couple that was there for jet skiing, but they weren't part of the wedding or nothing.
Sure.
And there was some, I believe his name was Hootie, the instructor.
Hootie?
His name was Hootie. He was a white guy named Hootie. And, he's like, okay, you press this button to go, and what I suggest you do is not go straight, but kind of zigzag your way that you don't hit anything. So I'm like, putting my life jacket on, my wife's behind me, and they're gone. Like, they didn't wait for me or nothing. I think they needed to change the sign from, like, jet skiing to Olympic jet skiing. So I'm trying to find these guys. I'm zigzagging all over the place. Can't catch up to them. We're in the middle of nowhere. There is no land.
Well, maybe you can't catch up to him because he kept zigzagging, man. Instead of just going straight.
I was following the reef, so they say you do that, or whatever it's called, the rake,
the wake,
the wake, yeah, the wake. And I finally caught up to them, and we had a little bit of a break, and they're like, I thought we were gonna die. I thought me and the wife were gonna die, and I'm 99% sure I got clipped by a shark in my ankle. Or some sort of fish.
What do you mean?
Some sort of dangerous fish. I had a cut on my ankle. I don't know where it was from. I think I got clipped by a shark. I don't know.
So you didn't almost die.
Well, my fear. Like, in other words, like, I
felt like you were almost.
Well, I thought I was gonna have a panic attack. Well, I mean, luckily the wife, she was like, "You're doing great. You're doing great." And then they asked if we wanted to switch and have her drive. And I hold on to her. I'm like, hell no. I'm in charge of this. But she was supportive the whole time. My brother actually flipped over with his wife. And I was behind them. And she's like, don't run them over. I'm like, why would you say that to me right now? And, I wasn't close to running them over. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is I could jet ski again, but it had to be in like a pond or a lake, not the ocean.
Yeah, but if you were like getting away from like a sinking yacht, you wouldn't hop on a jet ski and get out of there?
Of course I would.
Well, I mean, there you go. I assume it's far easier to drive a jet ski.
But what I'm saying, but my point is, the reason why I need to have access to the helicopter or a jet ski on the yacht is I need to get away from those people because some bad stuff's happening, not because it's sinking.
Well, I mean, like, if you get on a helicopter, people are going to start trying to hop on, they're going to be, like, hanging from, like, the rails and shit like that. Jet ski, you got max one person coming with you.
I see that, too.
You and your bar back, you're out.
We're out. It's me and Justin Ortiz. We're out of here, Justin. We got to go. But and either way, Puffy, if you're listening, I don't want to bartend any events. I've heard they've been kind of crazy, but if you had $100K lined up, I can look the other way on certain things. I don't know. I can look the other way.
Well, are you looking away on a boat though?
If I don't know what happened, it didn't happen. It's not a lie if you believe it.
I don't know if that's how it works.
I'm just saying. But I kind of feel like that whole. I feel like bad things happen to those kind of bartenders on those parties, whether it's Diddy himself or his people or whatever guests he has on. I don't think I could handle that kind of abuse too much. But for $100K, I can live with it for a few hours, I think. Especially paying up front. So, you know, I think, what would be a celebrity you would love to have work a party for that you would do for free?
A celebrity I do for free?
Like, in other words, you're going to invite it to a party, you know, it's a celebrity that's looking for a bartender. It's a 6-hour gig.
6 hours?
Who would you do it for free?
Fucking 6 hours for free. Like, I get nothing out of this?
Get nothing out of
nothing.
it.
Do I get drinks at least?
You're going to get drinks. You're going to rub elbows with some other celebrities, and you're going to, you know, nice meal. But you're bartending, but you're working. No tips. But, you know, you're having a good night. In other words, it's a mellow party. Like, there's nothing could go wrong for you. Who would be the one celebrity you would do it free for?
Oh, shit.
Male or female?
Oh, okay.
Male or female, doesn't matter which one.
I was thinking both anyways. But,
okay.
I mean, you know what I'd do it for? Do it for Jim Carrey. I feel like it'd be a great party.
Really?
I feel like it'd be a great party.
I never would have guessed that about you, Jim Carrey.
I feel like, you know, if it was his thing.
Young Jim Carrey or current Jim Carrey? Like in his prime, like Ace Ventura Jim Carrey?
Yeah, I can take either.
Or Jim Carrey, Mr. Penguins Poppers. Poppers Penguins. Yeah, that movie, yeah.
I don't know what that movie is.
He's some sort of penguin guy.
Penguinologist?
Something like that. Penguinologist or something, I don't know. I actually only caught pieces of the movie, but it looked pretty good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's like a family movie, you know.
But I feel like it would be just like I feel like you know the guest list at this party, it would be top notch. You know, I feel like a good amount of like the right people would be there.
He's Canadian, correct? Does he live in Canada currently, or does he live in the U.S.?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay. Because Canadian celebrities and American celebrities, when they hang with each other, are different.
They beef?
No, they don't beef. They just have different kinds of humor.
Yeah.
You know, like Ryan Reynolds is Canadian.
I knew that.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, you hang with those guys all together. Canadian humor is different than American humor when they're all in the same room.
That's true.
So I don't know, like.
It's kind of like I feel like I sent you the thing for Jim Carrey's birthday. They called it the Laugh Supper.
Yeah, the Last Supper is a great one.
Yeah,
great one.
No, I mean, get all those guys there, like a handful more people, 6 hours. I'm there.
So I'm thinking Jim Carrey. Is that a bad choice? I never would have guessed that with you.
I don't know. I just feel
because you never really talk about Jim Carrey with me. So that's why I'm like, wow, Jim Carrey. Because I was a huge Jim Carrey fan back in the day, and I still like him now. It's just that he got typecast too early with his career, and then he bounced back, and he's been doing some great movies here and there, and he's just classic fun. He kind of reminds me of Eddie Murphy back in the day. Eddie Murphy was my favorite back in the 80s, and then he had that weird little stint where he was doing some bad movies, and I don't even know why or what happened. I don't know if it was a money thing. I don't know if it was his humor was changing because he was getting older, and then he started doing the Shrek voices and everything else, and he's still great to be around. I mean, I think Eddie Murphy's still a classic. I don't know if I'd work his party for free, but I think honestly, whose party I would do for free, and people are gonna laugh at me because I already worked this party once. Is Rob Gronkowski?
Oh, there it is.
Just because he's a good dude. He's a good dude.
Right, what about somebody you haven't worked before?
I'm gonna go with Denzel Washington.
Denzel Washington.
I'm going with Denzel because I've been listening to a lot of his video speeches about motivational stuff.
I feel like that'd be a classy party.
I feel like it would be a classy party. That's the thing.
You'd have to be fucking making Manhattans and shit and some other.
I don't even know if he drinks, to be honest with you. I think he's a very big religious person.
He's a good dude because he hired you for his other guests.
I think so. I might go Denzel on this, but I kind of feel like I want to go to Denzel. Where I would love to work a party for Denzel Washington, but because I feel like he's not the kind of guy that would he would get mad if somebody disrespected the help. Almost like an American Gangster when he got mad when he beat the crap out of his cousin and then there was blood on the carpet. So maybe that's not a good comparison. he actually yelled at the guy for not cleaning the carpet properly. Okay, I felt he would stand up for the help, like in the Equalizer. You know what I mean? Like, he's like Equalizer Denzel Washington. You know,
Equalizer Denzel.
Forget about Frank Lucas, Denzel Washington from American Gang. I'm talking Equalizer. I don't even know his name in Equalizer, but anyway, that guy. I feel like he'd be like the kind of guy, just a respectful person.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I would go with Denzel for. I'm really starting to like him a lot lately. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just he spits the truth.
Solid actor.
But who's really doing it for me lately is Cat Williams, and he's got that him and Shannon Sharp on that podcast.
Oof.
He is just. I don't know what happened to him, but he's very articulate now. Not that he wasn't before. I know the whole comedy shows and the humor and everything else, and he had to do his thing in the movies and stuff. But like, he's actually very intelligent. The stuff that's coming out of his mouth, not even about whatever gossip with celebrities, but just in life. I mean, hey, he basically said that prison and jail are not the same thing.
Yeah, you're right. Only one of us has $12 worth of jewelry on right now. 19
arrests, 0 convictions. But yeah, I mean, so
good odds.
Great. That's a great stat right there. But who would be the one celebrity there's no chance in the world you would ever work for? And why?
Am I getting paid? Am I getting paid?
You're getting paid.
I'm getting paid.
You're getting paid. You're gonna get this one. You're getting paid.
Turning it down?
You're getting paid, and you're still turning it down.
How much am I getting paid, and I'm turning it down? I feel like that changes things.
10-hour gig, $2,000.
$2,000. Jesus Christ.
For a 10-hour gig, no tips.
What the fuck's that, man? Is that like $200 an hour?
That is $200 an hour. Yes.
Oh shit.
And you're not allowed to drink.
Really?
Yep. No drinks.
God. Somebody's party that they host, I wouldn't do it. $2,000, 10 hours. Fucking no drinks.
It could be a local person. It could be a big person. Celebrity.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like I'd say Kanye, man.
Really?
I feel like
Kanye, huh?
I like the music, man, and stuff, but I feel like it'd just be a weird party.
You think he'd have a weird party? Okay.
You don't think he would have a weird party?
I don't think anything Kanye does is not weird. Everything he does is weird.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. I never would have put him in that category as far as never working for, but
well, for like $2K for a 10-hour gig.
It's tough to turn that down. It's tough to turn that down.
It's tough, but at the same time,
you can't drink for 10 hours.
Can't drink for 10 hours. It's strange.
You can try to sneak one, I guess, but I don't know what kind of security these guys are having at the house.
Yeah.
I would never do it for Mike Tyson. That guy scares me.
Yeah?
Yeah, he scares me.
Yeah, if he drinks them, you don't want him to start fucking shadowboxing you.
I just don't trust his people trying to control him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You try. Mike Tyson I'm one of his biggest fans. I love him. I actually think he's a very intelligent person as well. Lately, some of the stuff I've been hearing coming out of his mouth is just, it's actually, it feels good hearing it from him because he's not just some dumb fighter that is beyond his days. He's actually a very intelligent, smart man, but he's a scary individual, and I do not want to be anywhere near him when he has alcohol. Yeah. Never mind his friends. Because I got a funny feeling his friends are worse than him.
I can see that.
Brownsville, I think it's from Brownsville, New York. That's a tough part of New York.
You think he'd stand up for you, though? Think he'd stand up for the help?
I absolutely think he would.
I think he would.
But I also think that if he was messed up, he wouldn't realize you were the help and use you as a punching bag.
He'd be like, yeah, what's your problem, man?
I'm scared of Mike Tyson. I'm not going to lie to you.
I mean, who isn't scared of Mike Tyson?
Well, what's his face was trying to mess with him? Was it Lil Boozy?
Lil Boozy.
Lil Boozy and him had a beef on the podcast or something, and he just stared him down. But somebody was trying to tell me it was edited. I don't know. Either way, I ain't messing with Mike Tyson. I ain't going to bartend any of his events. I don't care how much he pays me. Ain't doing it. But I love you, Mike. And if you want to come on the podcast sometime, I still don't know if I live in Happy Hour because I'd be scared to interview you.
We're making them light if you're coming on. Just in case.
Feel like the more people we say we don't want on the podcast, we're going to get phone calls. Like, hey, you don't want me on? I'm coming on.
Yeah, I know, right?
And that's when we're going to really this is our last show. We are dead after this.
There
will not be a show next week. Problems. We are going to have problems with Mike Tyson and Kanye West.
Yeah, that's it. That would be a weird party.
What kind of drinking think Kanye West would drink if he was having a party? You think he's an alcoholic guy, or is he one of those like mocktail guys?
I feel like I feel like old Kanye would have been definitely with the alcohol. I feel like for some reason new Kanye wouldn't be.
Really?
I don't know.
Because I really don't hear him rapping about
drinking like that.
Drinking like that, you know. I know back in the early days we was doing Cristal and Louis XIII and stuff, Dom Perignon, but no, I don't hear that. So I don't know. I feel like Kanye would be more of a like papaya guava.
Yeah, I could see him drinking something
fruity,
something freaky, you know. Yeah.
Topped off with a little prosecco or something, but it's still a mocktail, but a little prosecco.
Probably fucking delicious, honestly.
I'm sure he's not getting nothing but the best. I mean, you know, but. You know what? You know who I would love to have a drink with and like work a party with for.
Who would that
be? I am afraid that he would torture me for jokes.
Oh God!
But I'm able to laugh at myself because I love the guy so much. Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
But I feel like he would just set me up to just look like a fool in front of everybody. But it would be worth it.
He'd pay you, and I'd be okay with it.
I think, yeah, because he's also come a long way as well as far as intelligence. I've been hearing some of the stuff he's been saying, and
I don't think intelligence these days, huh? I feel like you
circling. I don't know if it's my feed. I don't know if it's my feed on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube or whatever it is, because I watch some of the same stuff, but like, it's legitimately like you see the human side of these guys rather than just the comedic side of it, and that's great. I think it's good to see that side of it. Just because you hear about. I mean, I know it's been a few years or whatever, and the Chris Rock and Will Smith thing. That thing still makes me laugh. Still makes me laugh. But like you hear Chappelle be all serious about it, and then all of a sudden he makes a joke at the same time, and I feel like you do that as you're bartending his party for him. And he's gonna do the same thing. He's gonna be like, "Oh, like cool," and like stick it to you at the end, kind of thing. And I know I can laugh at myself. I don't think he's gonna humiliate, but I really feel like he can. It's almost like sitting in his audience at his show, and he singles you out. You know what I mean? I feel like he do something like that, but like a little more intense. But I would love to do that for Chappelle. But I definitely would not do a Mike Tyson party. I am just scared of that man, and I love him. I'm afraid of how much I do love him. Yeah, that's what it is. So, but I think one of the factors would be the venue of the party. Is it a beach house in Malibu? Is it a beach house in Miami?
Is it a boat?
Is it a boat
in the middle of the Atlantic?
Is it a mountain in Utah somewhere in a ski resort? I don't know.
That'd be Kanye. That'd probably be Kanye.
Is it in Jackson Hole, Wyoming? If it's in Jackson Hole, I'm there. I want to check out this place. Never been to Jackson Hole. Are they flying me out? I mean, but
I mean, they got to be flying you out. But at that point, I mean, they're paying you X amount of dollars to come bartend this party. You're getting flown out. Like,
you hope.
Yeah, I mean, they're not doing it here, buddy. They got places.
So what kind of cougars do you think they have at these parties? Are they even cougars at celebrity parties, or are they swingers? What is it? Are they working girls? What do you think they are?
I believe they might be swingers. I don't know.
I kind of feel like a lot of those like celebrity parties. I mean, I don't know. I've heard some stories from. I mean, I don't know how reliable these sources are or anything, neither. But I think that I feel like a lot of like wives are in other rooms with other women's husbands, just like going to town, while the husbands and wives of those people are going to town to other people. It's
Hollywood, man.
It's Hollywood, man. Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
How much does it take you to bartend one of the weird Hollywood sex parties?
Honestly, I couldn't do it. I feel like I don't sleep as it is now because I got anxiety about my family. I think if I saw something I didn't want to see, I would never sleep again. And then I wouldn't be able to function. I get freaked out by certain things, and I've seen a lot of bad things in my life, but I'm just telling you, Hollywood, whole different game with the freakiness. And, I just don't think that there's enough money for me to work a freaky party. I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, you got 9 digits in front of me. You got $1 million check or whatever, how many digits that is. all right, I'll make an exception. I'll pop a
$1
pill.
million,
I'll pop a pill and forget what I just saw. You know, but other than that, like, you know, and I guarantee those people.
You just pop a pill.
Yeah, I guarantee those people get screwed out of money all the time. So, but
that's why it definitely.
That's what happened to Puffy. He screwed somebody out of money. He's ratting them out for everything now. You know, and nothing's gonna happen to him. By the way, he's got too much dirt on everybody. I'm sure he's got videos of people just doing things that they're not supposed to be doing, and it's gonna go away. I'm telling you, we haven't had a thing all week about it.
Yeah,
because it's already going away because he's out of the country. He's got the money, and he's like, okay, guys, I'm just getting my ducks in a row, and I'm gonna show you. Oh, this is somebody drinking with this person. I guarantee there's politicians, world leaders, all on his boats. I'm telling you, Puffy's a smart guy.
Yeah,
he's a smart guy. I'm not saying he makes good choices. He's a smart guy. So. But another thing, you know, I like to put celebrities and athletes in the same category. But if you had a choice between bartending a party for a Canadian minor league hockey team up in, was it Sudbury? Which shores do you take place? Sudbury?
Sudbury.
Sudbury
Blueberry Bulldogs.
Would you rather bartend a party for the Sudbury Blueberry Bulldogs in Sudbury, Canada?
I mean, that's the only place you do it.
Or would you rather go and do a party in the U.S. for the that baseball team that has the Banana League?
Savannah
Bananas. Would you rather do their party or the Canadian one?
The Canadian one.
Really?
Yeah.
And why is that?
I mean, it's a good show, man.
It's a show, though.
Yeah, I know it's a good show, but I feel like you know that show is about digging deep, buddy. I feel like it has references to life, man.
It does.
The Savannah Bananas. I mean, I don't know, man. I mean,
I feel like they'd be more like comical as far as like physical stuff, like the stuff they can do, not really the dialogue.
Yeah, whereas I feel like the dialogue for the Sudbury Blueberry Bulldogs would definitely be a little more something to listen to. You know what I mean?
Okay.
What about you, Mario? Who are you bartending for?
Between those two?
Yeah.
I think I go to Savannah Bananas.
Really?
I think I would.
Why is that, Mario?
Because I appreciate the physical comedy sometimes, but it's harder to get good physical comedy than it is dialogue comedy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like
But the physical comedy comes with the game of baseball. Like, you're going to be bartending a party.
But I'm bartending, so what kind of freaky stuff can they do while they're boozed up is what I want to see.
I don't know. I feel like they might not because, like...
Or they might do too much. You don't know until you're at the party.
Not
every party's a hit.
Are you going to be responsible for getting the Savannah Bananas too drunk and, like, half of them break legs?
I'm not trying to get them to break legs, but maybe they might do some, funny
they're
stuff.
Big, like, about, like, doing flips and stuff like that.
Yeah,
and, like,
I mean...
this and that and, like, whatever.
I don't know. I feel like those guys in Canada, they scare me a little bit too, man. They got no fear.
They don't.
Hockey players, man.
Yeah, man.
Hockey players are worst people ever to drink with, I think. They're worse than basketball. They're worse than football. They're worse than baseball.
They have sanctioned fighting, man. I mean, you
they don't need the booze to fight.
Yeah,
exactly. So that's, I mean,
The booze arguably makes them better.
You think so?
I feel like it does. At least you could take it better, you know?
Would you rather serve drinks to a WNBA team at a party or a all UFC female card? So there's like 6 fights, all female fights.
Are like the people facing each other like going to the same party?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh god. How close are the matches?
What do you mean, like how close? What do you mean by how close the matches?
Like for like you know, I mean like how close I mean like is it going to decision? Is everyone just getting wiped? Like what's
the UFC?
Yeah.
Oh, we're talking like a pre-party.
Oh, a pre-party?
Yeah, the fight didn't happen yet. Like,
I don't know how
the fights are on a Saturday night, but the party's on a Tuesday.
Oh, all right.
You're in Vegas.
All right.
You know, and they need you to go to Mandalay Bay and work the convention center for this private party for the UFC females.
I'd do the UFC, honestly.
Huh?
I would probably do the UFC.
Really? Over the WNBA?
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you have against the WNBA?
I have nothing against WNBA, but I mean, like, given the two, I would probably go for UFC.
And your reasoning is why?
I feel like nothing's gonna happen during the party, man. I feel like there's not gonna be any preemptive brawls.
Really?
I feel like
have you seen the weigh-ins? Have you seen the interviews?
I have, but that's when the TV's on, man. That's right before the fight. That's different, man. That's different.
I don't know. I'd be scared of those UFC girls. Those girls could kill me in one shot.
But why would they kill me?
Because you gave them a little too much. Or they're missing the person they're aiming at, and you get hit in the back.
And I'm behind the bar. I'm ducking.
You're ducking.
Yeah, they punch, man. But I mean, it's a bar. It's a bar. Yeah, plenty of bars got like the metal fronts on them. Dude.
I guess.
Punching through metal sheets, man.
I feel like some of those girls can.
Whereas WNBA, like, they got ups. They're just gonna hop right over that bar and like fight me if they really want to.
And I feel like some of those WNBA girls could be some sweethearts. I feel like they're just gonna sip their drinks and just not even care that you're there and just enjoy themselves. I don't know. I could be wrong. Why do you think?
Well, I mean, like, but you're also like going against the UFC under the impression that they're gonna like cause a scene.
9 out of 10 times they usually do.
Do they?
Yes. How's Conor McGregor doing in Vegas?
I don't know.
Yeah, didn't he tear up he wasn't even fighting that night. He tore up the bus and...
Oh, maybe. Yeah. I mean, but that's a bus. I mean, I'm not on the bus. I'm at the venue.
What's going to stop him from messing up the venue?
Well, I mean, hopefully somebody. I don't know.
Okay, this is going to be the last question then before we wrap it up.
All right, here we go.
Who would you rather have a cocktail with?
Oh, God.
Tupac or Biggie? Now, do you know the history behind these two? Do you know enough of the history?
I mean, I assume you're gonna tell me that I don't, and I'm gonna assume that.
I'm asking you legitimately. Do you know enough of it?
Probably not.
Okay. Well, make your choice either way, but I'm just curious.
Yeah.
It'll help me understand like why you're picking who you're picking.
Probably go Biggie.
You go Biggie?
Yeah. What would you do?
I definitely go Biggie. Oh yeah. Oh hell yeah. Oh yeah. Tupac was rolling with some thugs you don't want to be drinking with.
Yeah.
Suge Knight? You think you want to have a drink with Suge Knight? You're out of your mind.
I mean, I do not.
Pre-Suge Knight, Tupac, I'd have a drink with him. Just because...
Is it one drink, or is it like a night of drinking?
Night of drinking. I'm talking a couple hours at the bar.
Hours at the bar.
You're at the lounge. You're not bar hopping or nothing. But it's I'm going Biggie because number one, he seems like a lounge kind of guy. He doesn't like to move around.
He does, yeah.
And neither do I.
I
don't like to move around.
I don't feel like going. Like I don't feel like hopping between bars. I want to like post up one spot, get comfortable.
I just feel
crush a few drinks.
I just feel like Tupac was just when he started rolling with that bad crowd in those days. I feel like you just don't want to drink around any of those people.
I like his voice, man, too. I feel like him just talking to me. I feel like it's just right.
Biggie was definitely the kind of guy you want to have a drink with. So, okay, I'm going Biggie as well.
Okay.
So, anyway, so we're gonna have to wrap this up tonight for our Late Night Sauce podcast. For the Cougars out there that are listening, hey.
Why are you the way you are?
Why are you the way you are? Please be pleasant when you come in and just, we want to be your friends. We want to help you.
We're cool, man.
We're cool like that. Yeah, we have ladies at home. We're not trying to sleep with you. We're not. I'm a married man. I have no intention to sleep with any Cougars.
I'm all set.
Yeah, exactly. We're cool. We're here to help you. So
we're all cool. Let's all just be cool.
Let's all be cool at the same time. That's all we ask. So. Cool. Anyway, hopefully next week we do have a special guest coming on. We're still waiting to see if we're going to book that person. I'm hoping yes. And like I said, we're shooting for mid-May for a video on Late Night Sauce. We're hoping. We can't make promises because we're not good at making promises.
I'll just forget to buy the fucking camera.
No, we're buying the camera this week, and we're going to get this done because I have a gift card. Anyway.
All right.
Anyway. So anyway, we'd like to thank you for listening to Late Night Sauce tonight. You can check us out on YouTube. Hopefully, we're hoping by the end of May we're going to hit Spotify and we're going to have more streaming services for you to listen to us. We're still branching out.
I like how we're going to hit Spotify once we get cameras and then it makes sense for us to be on YouTube.
Right, but we need to get the exposure out there.
Yeah.
And Rob Davis is supposed to help us with that. So once he helps us, we'll be fine. So anyway, thank you for listening, guys, and we hope that you can just put some thought into the being good to the bartenders out there.
Put some good in the world, buddy.
Put some good in the world because you know what, we're hard working back there. There's a lot of stress you don't know that we're dealing with. So But, anyway, Kettle One, thank you for sponsoring us tonight. The drinks were delicious.
I'd like to say that.
I would like to say thank you for sponsoring. I think it's going to happen eventually once they see how much vodka we drink. So, but cheers, guys.